Imagine waking up to the news that the world was on the brink of nuclear war. The year is 1962, and the Cold War between the United States and the Soviet Union has reached its most dangerous moment. The Cuban Missile Crisis brought the two superpowers closer to all-out conflict than ever before. But what happened during those tense 13 days? It all began with the discovery of Soviet nuclear missiles in Cuba, just 90 miles off the coast of Florida. In October 1962, American reconnaissance planes took photos that revealed Soviet missiles being secretly installed in Cuba. President John F. Kennedy was faced with an immediate crisis. He had to decide how to respond without triggering a full-scale nuclear war. After days of tense deliberation with his advisors, Kennedy chose a strategy of diplomacy combined with a military blockade or quarantine to prevent further missiles from reaching Cuba. He made it clear that the U.S. would not tolerate Soviet missiles so close to its borders. The Soviet Union, led by Nikita Khrushchev, was not backing down. Kennedy addressed the nation on television, revealing the presence of the missiles in Cuba and demanding their removal. For a few days, it seemed like the world was on the edge of a catastrophic war. The tension reached its peak when Soviet ships carrying more missiles approached the U.S. naval blockade. In the midst of this standoff, backdoor communications between Kennedy and Khrushchev began. Then, just as things seemed poised to spiral out of control, a breakthrough came. Khrushchev agreed to remove the missiles from Cuba in exchange for a U.S. promise not to invade Cuba. In addition, the U.S. secretly agreed to remove its missiles from Turkey, though this part of the agreement was kept out of the public eye. The Cuban Missile Crisis ended on October 28, 1962, but the impact was profound. The world had come to the brink of nuclear war, and both superpowers realized how close they had come to annihilation.